Let's get some discussion on tech innovation in China and welcome our special guest in the studio, Mr. Daniel Sun, a Research VP at Gartner. Welcome to the show, Daniel. So let's start by talking about the Gartner CIO or Chief Information Officer survey, which will come out later this year, but you're going to give us a sneak preview. And the top 3 areas to attract new investments in China are business intelligence analytics, cloud services, and also AI machine learning. So why those 3 areas and why in that particular order?
Why? This is a very interesting question. To be frank, these days we see a new trend in terms of management transformation. We're transforming ourselves from, let's say, process-oriented management to a data-driven management. So every single business, in order to improve their business efficiency, their operational excellence, they want to look at what their current status are, where they want to go in the future. So to have a full visibility is so important. So business intelligence and analytics provide that kind of tools to most of the enterprise leaders. And also in terms of cloud services or cloud solutions, let's be frank, cloud solutions or cloud services can be considered as the foundation for further innovation. To be specific, cloud services is the foundation for data collection, data processing, even for data analytics, is the foundation for further kind of data-driven innovation. When it comes to AI and machine learning, it is the way for us to leverage data to take the competitive advantage through the kind of advanced innovation. So look at these 3 kind of different technologies. You will realize why. First of all, you need to make sure your business operation is there, the business efficiency there. Then you want to set up the foundation for further innovation. Then you will leverage technology for advanced innovation. That's why we have these top 3 areas that will attract a new IT spending or investment.
The other results from your survey include top business objectives for Chinese CIOs.
Yeah.
And, I noticed that the top one was for globalization, geographical expansion. So in light of what's happening with Huawei, in light of anecdotal evidence that Chinese tech companies are finding it hard, whether it's to do deals or even get visas in the US, where are Chinese companies turning to in terms of their R&D collaboration and market growth?
I think, we need to build up stronger kind of mutual trust and mutual understanding. And also China is absolutely a very, very attractive market for the global technology vendors or global technology companies, if you like. For example, we have a population of 1.4 billion. Let's imagine how much data we can create on a daily basis, let alone the hundreds and thousands of enterprises creating the structured data, unstructured data, and stream data. So China is a data gold mine for most of the technology vendors to come to China to do the collaboration and co-innovation, to create something that is beneficial not for Chinese citizens, not for just the US citizens, for the global citizens in the future.
I don't know if you were watching our earlier story about China's Minister of Science and Technology saying that China may have gone too far, too aggressive in terms of investing in AI. So from a policy perspective, do you think sometimes China does put in too much, whether it's industrial policies or government spending, and then it doesn't necessarily work out, or that, for example, for AI, it might be a bit too early to go too aggressive?
I did hear about this kind of criticism about the waste and efficiency in terms of innovation. But I'm going to say, when it comes to innovation, there are 2 things you need to look at. One is why does it cause this? What kind of thing actually causes this kind of inefficiency or waste? Because when it comes to exploration, when it comes to future world, digital transformation, we don't know what we don't know. We're going to explore. We're going to become more explorative. We really kind of take a higher kind of tolerance for risk and failure. That's why we sometimes tend to be looked or considered as kind of too much, too aggressive. But on the other hand,
but the criticism that sometimes we talk about our patent numbers, and
Yeah.
they are indeed growing very fast, but it's the quantity, not the quality, that's growing too fast.
I think every innovation has a room for improvement. These days, I think in China, you realize when you look at the kind of Gartner CIO survey, the Chief Information Officer survey, you realize we're not looking at the kind of a profit or cost optimization. We're talking about leveraging innovation, leveraging the kind of aggressive innovation to set up the competitive advantage over the others in the very, very changing market dynamics. So I think, there is room for improvement, but in the future, I'm very, very kind of hopeful, and I think the market is very promising in terms of leveraging the technology innovation to drive the business efficiency and business growth in long term.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
That was
you.
Daniel Sun, Vice President of Research at Gartner. All right, moving on. This is the story that's coming up next on Global Business.